What if I told you guys the best steak you've ever tasted is 45 days away? Here it is, right here, 45 days. All it takes is a dry age chamber, a little bit of patience, and a little bit of know-how. We've got a whole lot of meat, and today we are testing out dry aged steak. It may be something you have heard of at fancy steakhouses, but it's not just for the rich and famous. I'm gonna show you how you can do it at home and how you can have some of the greatest steak of your life by eating a 45-day-old steak. Will this deliver on the rich, buttery, tender flavor that only dry-aged steak is supposed to have? And will this be the ultimate way for us as carnivores to enjoy our red meat? Stick around, because by the end of this video, we're slicing into the results to see if this dry-aged steak is worth all the hype. It's 45-day aged dry-aged steaks today on Chris Cookin' Nashville. So here's the question, is this dry-aged steak going to be everything I have ever wanted in a steak in my life? Or is this going to turn into a big waste of time and money and effort? There's only one way to find out. So we're going to compare this dry-aged steak with some fresh steaks that I actually took off of it. I'm gonna show you how we put this all together and how we dry-aged this 45-day-old strip loin. While I have a chance, I wanna thank today's sponsor for this video, CaLefort, for sending me this incredible dry age chamber. It's a little bit of an investment, but these are the most amazing dry age chambers. You can control the humidity, the temperature, you can do all kinds of things in this. It actually has a UV light in the back, which is going to help keep the air inside of this dry age fridge completely sterile and clean, so you don't have to worry about bacterial growth on the meat that you're trying to dry age. There's a lot of ways to dry age, but today I'm going to show you how I used this CaLefort dry age chamber to create this beautiful steak. And we're going to compare it side by side with a couple of steaks I actually took off fresh from this strip loin. We vacuum sealed them, we froze them, and they've been hanging out in the freezer for 45 days waiting for this beautiful strip loin to be ready to slice into. So today, I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this. We're gonna show you what it looks like on the inside of a dry aged strip loin. We're gonna cut some steaks, we're gonna make them really simply, and we're gonna taste them back to back with the fresh steaks so that we can truly tell you what the difference is between dry age and regular right off the strip loin. And I actually have a little budget-friendly tip for you, so if you do decide to dry age, you don't end up wasting a whole bunch of that beef that you spent your hard-earned money on as well. Let's go ahead, let's slice into this beautiful strip loin, and let's take a look at what's on the inside. Let's cook it up, and let's talk about the benefits of beautiful dry-aged steaks. I want to thank CaLefort for sharing this amazing dry age chamber. So right here on top is a picanha. I am dry aging. I'm probably going to do about 2 weeks of dry age on that since it's a thinner cut. That's going to be really fantastic, cut into steaks and cooked sous vide. And then down here, I'm working on a 45-day dry age strip loin. It's going to be fantastic. You guys make sure to go check out CaLefort. They're amazing dry age chambers. They do such a great job and they are so well built. You guys got to check these things out. If you love steak, this is the way to do it. So there's our fresh steaks and our dry aged steaks. Now, as you can see, a lot of the outside gets trimmed off, but that's okay. We're not going to waste this. I have it in a bowl. It's a little bit strong to try to eat dry aged outside parts of the steak. This is called the pellicle, but we don't have to just throw it away. What I'm gonna do is actually save this from all of the steaks. When I trim them, I'm gonna grind that all up and make a ground up mixture out of that, and I'm gonna mix it with some store-bought ground beef, and I'm gonna give that dry aged flavor to the cheap ground beef that I bought at the store, so when we eat burger patties or anything else that's appropriate for our proper human diet, we get that nice dry aged flavor. But in the meantime, I have two completely untouched other than being frozen steaks, and I have two dry age steaks. We are searing these on cast iron. I am seasoning them with salt and nothing else, and we are going to truly taste the difference. I'm gonna go ahead and get out some stuff, including some butter, because why wouldn't we finish our steaks with a little bit of butter? We're gonna season them up with some salt, and we're gonna sear it off, and we're gonna tell you guys how they taste and if CaLefort's dry age fridge is truly worth the money. All right, y'all, that is dry aged New York strip, and man, does it smell great in here.
It smells amazing in here. Yeah.
The dry aged steaks, as I was cutting them, you can really smell a beefy kind of aged. It's hard to describe, but sort of a scent. It's really, really interesting. So I'll be very curious to see how that translates over. Also, I noticed a big textural difference between the two as I was cooking them. I'm not going to tell Ash what I thought I noticed, but I think it's going to be interesting to see if the textural difference of cooking them and handling them also translates over into the taste test. So obviously the great big one over here that has not been trimmed is our regular, and our smaller steaks over here that are trimmed are the dry age. Let you guys know what the difference is, what we think.
I've actually never had a dry aged steak before. Pretty excited. I usually don't eat at places fancy enough. I'm excited to see what the hype is all about. And you just season these with just salt, right?
Just salt, so we can really taste the steak for exactly what it is.
I love steak.
It's just a great steak.
This is a tough job, but somebody has to do it. It is juicy, it is tender. This is a great steak. If I went to a steakhouse and served that, I'd be happy. So now for the start of the show.
Yep, so let's try this out. Let's see.
Okay.
Back to back, it smells a little different.
Yeah, so to me, just cutting it, it is definitely a different texture than just the normal steak. Smelling it, there's definitely, oh wow. I was not expecting that. Hold on, whoa, wow. Holy cow.
This is really hard to put into words what that is, but I'm gonna do the best I can. If you took a steak, a mild aftertaste of really good wine, complex flavor that a really good wine has, and then also ramped the beefiness of that steak up, that is what you would have. That is the most steak tasting steak, complex flavored steak I have ever eaten. It is also completely different in texture. I'll let you tell them what you think.
Yeah, I would agree with everything you're saying. So the texture of the steak is definitely different. The steak that is dry aged is actually a lot more tender. There is definitely, when you taste it, for lack of a better word, beefier, way more flavor on the dry aged one. There is a little bit of like a crust on the outside of the dry aged one.
Now that you tasted the dry age, go back and taste a bite of the not dry aged.
Okay. Wow. And now going back to this normal steak, it's tougher, nowhere near as much flavor. It feels bland. The dry aged one is a smaller amount of meat. It is a much more satisfying meat.
So when I eat the regular steak after having the dry aged steak, it's more bland. It tastes slightly watery to me.
It does.
I mean, and this is a good steak. Like I would eat this steak at any restaurant anywhere and think it was fantastic. But as soon as you taste the dry age, it's far more complex. It's far more beefy. It has so much more depth of flavor.
I mean, that's been sitting in the dry age 45 days. I remember like when you put it in and you said we had to wait 45 days to film this video. And I'm like, really?
Why?
And I was, yeah, well, like that's such a long time. Like, how can that be worth it? So if you were to ask me, is it worth it to buy the dry age fridge, wait the 45 days, do all the thing? I thought I was gonna say no. It's a hard yes. Yes, you should, because this is the best steak I have ever had, and I've eaten a lot of steak, y'all. It's hard to go back to this, and I feel like this was the greatest tasting thing ever 5 minutes ago when we first started this.
Now, I understand not everyone out there has the money for a dry age chamber. So in the future, I'm going to continue doing a bunch of dry age experiments, and I'm going to see what else we can do, not just with the dry age chamber, but dry aging in other ways as well. But if it is in your budget, the easiest and most ultimate way of doing this, of course, is to get one of these CaLefort dry age chambers, and they are amazing. It's very easy to use. The readout on it that tells you what all of your various parameters are, your humidity, your temperature, everything. This beef has been in there for 45 days, no spoilage.
Nope.
It keeps the air nice and clean with the UV light that's in there. If you want something like this and you don't want to have to go spend $200 at a fancy steak restaurant, this is a great way to do it for yourself at home. Not only are you getting dry aged steak way cheaper than buying it either online or going out to a steakhouse or something like that per pound, this stuff is like $75 to $200 depending on the kind of cut that it is and how long it's been dry aged and all that. You can do it so much cheaper yourself at home. The other thing is you can take the outside of that steak, the pellicle. What I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to grind it up. I'm going to mix it into some store-bought ground beef, and we're going to have that same dry age complex flavor in our cheap store-bought ground beef. It's going to elevate that and make that a lot better. So if it's in your budget to get one of these dry age fridges, I really recommend that you consider doing so. Save the money. It is worth every last bit. I will be dry aging a lot of our beef going forward.
I understand now why people would go online or go to a really fancy steakhouse and spend, like you were saying, several $100s on a steak. And I taste the difference and I'm like, oh wow, right, because that's a far superior steak than what we were used to. I think it's honestly, it really is worth it. And I will say, I did not even know what a dry age chamber was when you were first telling me all about it. I was really impressed with like when the fridge showed up, the way it was packaged.
The build quality of it is fantastic. It is
really nice.
Very heavy duty. The door and the hinges and everything are really nice. So it is going to last a very long time.
This is the bomb. I mean, it's just delicious.
It's fantastic. Stick around on the channel because I'm going to see if there's different ways we can try dry aging things where you don't lose as much on the outside. If we can do that, then we can use smaller cuts of meat, maybe even individual steaks that we can dry age without having to trim so much away that you're not left with anything that's an actual steak to eat at the end. CaLefort, thank you so much for sending this. It is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see what else we can do with this. There's going to be a link down below for you guys to go get your very own dry age chamber. CaLefort is awesome. They are actually going to be running a promotion when this video goes live, somewhere around the video being posted, so you can get an extra discount, and it's going to be a really good opportunity if you would like to upgrade your kitchen and do something special, like have a dry age chamber and have dry age steaks ready to go at your house. I think the only thing left to do is load the dry age chamber back up with beef.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
I really cannot express how much I actually think it's worth it though. Yeah. Get the dry age chamber, wait the 45 days. It's worth it, y'all.
Well, we're going to enjoy some steak. All of my links are down below, as well as that CaLefort link. Of course, the private community that we have is also linked down below. We would love for you to join because I'm going to be showing my band members in the private community a bunch of behind the scenes of what we do to dry age things. We're going to be doing some experiments with them and sharing some recipes and some new ways of using a dry age chamber. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to join, that link is down there. Everything else is down there. We just appreciate all of you guys. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. This is Chris Cook in Nashville. My beautiful wife, Ash Taylor. You guys eat your meat, especially if it's 45 days old and dry aged like that one. Love your life. We're going to see you here in the kitchen for a bunch more crazy recipes and dry aging projects. And if you like this kind of steak, you've got to go check out this video right over here.
How can it be so good? I feel like I've been eating steak wrong now for like my whole life.
Yeah.